Folks, good morning to you, good evening, good day, good Sunday, good weekend. Whatever it is, folks, this is a beautiful presidential cup. I got it from a good friend of mine. We're taking a great coffee here, one of our sponsors today. No, I really don't have any sponsors. The sponsor is my own pocket. Soon I'm going to open up something, and you guys write down some comments and tell me whether I should request some donations, some money to continue making these great videos. And if you will be donating, this is a beautiful coffee here from Brazil. It's top of the line. Quality does matter on anything you do. And when I drink coffee, I get a blend for different countries, but today I wanted to get my good Brazilian coffee. Delicious. Today we're going to talk about high prayer. High prayer drive, it says here. A lot of people call me and say, Chico Lopez, I really love your dogs. I want to get a dog that has the high prayer drive and blah, blah, blah. And when I hear this, it sounds great. But then I also think about the responsibility. You know, people that never had dogs like mine, they didn't, because they didn't sell dogs before like this, and they didn't sell dogs to people. And these dogs, believe me when I tell you this, the so-called dogmen or the real dogmen from the past, they had dogs that have high drive. High drive does not mean the dog is aggressive towards people. And that is what we're going to talk about today, common sense. Think about this. A lot of people say, I want to have a race car. Sometimes they don't even have a driver's license. Think about that. Let that sink in for a little bit. And some of them are really bad drivers, but they want to buy the latest Corvette or the latest Camaro or the latest Ferrari or Bugatti, and they don't know how to drive. How many times you saw on YouTube these pictures of, you know, Ferrari just came out of the dealership and he got crashed, and you know they lost so many $1 million on this Enzo or this $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 car. That's because people didn't understand with high quality there comes high responsibility. Okay, and so that's what we're going to talk about, because the American Pitbull Terrier, you know, he does deserve this. There was a news the other day, very sad news, about a kid that got destroyed by 5 pit bulls. It says on the news, you know, 5 pit bulls destroy and kill this kid. You know, that's a very sad news. That's not something nice. It's not. It's sad, really sad. But what is also sad is that those were not pit bulls. Those were what breeders in America been breeding, those fake dogs they call the blues and the bullies and the muds, the XLs. Those are the product of the backyard breeders. Some of them have channels in YouTube as well, and they've been on the YouTube channels for a long, long time. And they keep breeding these garbage dogs and selling to society as pit bulls. Some of them, they even have a registration pedigree. And that's what tells you that sometimes old timers used to say that pedigrees are good to clean their butts with, okay? And because not all papers means quality. You understand what I'm saying? Not everything is quality. So quality does matter, right? And also responsibility and common sense matter. Common sense is becoming like the latest superpower. In my generation and in the baby boomer, which is behind me, common sense was something that was normal. In the new generations today, common sense is something that is like, oh my God, this guy got a lot of common sense. Well, you know what? He came with the age. He came with the era that I was brought up. You understand? So going back to the proper things with the high prayer, I tell you, my dogs are not for everybody. And I say this, and if you got a dog from me, you read my website. It's on my website, 123pitbulls.com. 123pitbulls.com. And you can read what it says, that you gotta have a lot of common sense and responsibility. My dogs, they are very calm with people. They're loving. You know, I get these messages, and you can see my postings where my clients or friends, they come in and they say, you know, I love your dog. He's so happy. And then this one guy from New Jersey he calls his dog Jackal, Peter and Jackal, or whatever the name is of that personality, where he actually is nice and calm in the house, you know, but when he goes out, the moment he steps out of the door, he raises his head because he remembers where he's seen dogs, and he's only 6 months old. He's walking to see how he can hit those dogs. Oh my God, the dog is animal aggressive. Oh my God. Well, I got news for you. The dog was not created by pet people and humanizers that take anything, a pig, a cow, a chicken, and they make it human, like thinking and everything else, and destroy the animal's personality. The other day I saw a video on YouTube of a Pitbull mud type, okay? That's what they call Pitbull mud type. Not just Pitbull type, Pitbull mud type. Remember that I came out with that. And this Pitbull mud type was crying. I don't know if that's really why he was crying, because they left him behind or because of whatever reason, but you can see the tears of the dog. We don't know these liberals play all kinds of games, but the fact is the dog had tears. You know, you feel bad for the dog. For the dog, I feel bad for him. But I started thinking, I said, these comebacks maybe play something with the dog, you know, and make him, you know, do that. But then I thought maybe they just humanize the dog, and the dog is confused. So these people that humanize dogs, they are the worst. Okay, they are the worst. You know, they take a dog and they take a chicken from a farm and they want to make it like a house dog, house chicken. But anyhow, let's go back into high prayer. High prayer in my dogs is like this. The dog, you teach him to do something, he will do that as a mission. If you make him a dog that you want to exercise, it's fine. If you teach him how to fetch and bring something, they're very smart dogs. You also see videos of a dog on Instagram that is from my breeding, from the Bagman, and the puppy goes and fetch things for this gentleman. And other dogs, they sit down, they do everything that other dogs do, just they're very smart dogs. But also, if you activate the high prayer drive, and I'm talking about dogs in general, just any dog, you're taking these Pitbull mud types, and they teach them to attack a ball. Just picture this. See that puppy, attack this ball, attack this ball. Now this dog has in his head that he wants to attack the ball. And when the kids are playing outside in the street or in the park and they're throwing toes in the ball, and this dog is running without a leash because they have no responsibility, and this dog goes after the ball and somebody stick their hands in the middle, these muds might bite a person. They bite them, you know, because they want to get the ball, because they were taught that way. So there's a couple of things, and common sense is going to be the first thing, okay? If you don't got no common sense, don't even call me to get a dog. Oh, I got experience on dogs, because you have muds all your life. You know, the experience of those muds might give you a little bit of an idea of how to deal with one of my dogs. My dogs are dogs that have high prayer drive. They're very powerful. They're good with people. They're not looking to attack people. But if you teach them to go after a ball, they're going to go after a ball just like any other dog, okay? So, couple advices that I'm going to give you. Number one, you got to have the proper leash. Don't get a German Shepherd leash. You get a good, solid leash. If you look at the pictures, the historical pictures from the past, which is in my rear view mirror already, I'm a historian today, of me holding global grand champion Chilindrina, or global champion Siga the Great, or global champion the Bagman, or you know, global champion Carmela Soprano. This leash is a gray color leash. I made it myself. Okay, it's a beautiful leash, very powerful. You know, you can't get one of those Toys R Us type of leash from a pet store like what's his name, Petco or PetSmart. Those are not proper. Or get a collar from those guys. That's garbage. You understand? I'm going to show you a couple of things, and I'm going to ask here someone that's right next to me to go get that leash, the collar that I made, that I'm actually having for sale. But I'm going to show you that at the same time. But proper kennel is another thing. You got to have a proper kennel. Look at my videos. You know, the Bagman has a metal kennel. You know, and then you look at some of the kennels that some of my dogs broke. Those plastic kennels like transporters, you know, some dogs, they don't respect the kennel. It takes them, you know, they break 2 or 3 kennels till they understand how to respect those kennels. It does happen. Not all the dogs. Obviously, I got a room where I have it air conditioned. I have a television. And the dogs are watching TV, and they also, they have air conditioning. And I have several kennels in there. Some of them are plastic. And the dogs respect that kennel. You wouldn't believe. Also, Mayday respect his kennel. He does respect the kennel. You understand? And some of the other dogs, but you might get a puppy like one of the sons of the Bagman, and he might just break the kennel. So every dog has his own mind, and you can't really say because this particular breed or this particular breeder, a dog has his own mind. Do they have the power to break? Like also Mayday, 54-pound dog, Pete weigh about 65 pounds on the chain. He does have the ability to break just about any kennel he wants to. So proper kennel, the box has to be proper, and you should have one all the time. You should have one in your living room, and if you decide to go to the store but you're gonna leave your dog inside the house with air condition, then leave him on that metal kennel to make sure the dog does not hurt himself or bite a cable that is attached to the electricity line and hurt himself. Okay, so remember that. Number two, you gotta have proper fence. You know, you got a house, put fence around it, you know, fence it up really nice. Have the proper structure, proper leash, proper fence, proper kennel, and then have a proper breaking stick. I'm gonna ask also the person that's with me, my assistants, to go get me a breaking stick so I can show you the breaking stick. This is the breaking stick that was given to me by a friend in California. He sent it out. It took about 3 months to get here because of the correos over here. But very important to have these breaking sticks. You know, a friend of mine makes these breaking sticks. They're beautiful. I really like them a little bit wider here, like this one here. They made out of very, very hard wood. I'm gonna put this on my website so you guys can buy them from him. He's a nice guy. But this is a, you know, when I say proper breaking stick means you get a breaking stick that's made out of something of a good quality. You understand? And don't take one, take two, because many times you gotta break two dogs, okay? And have something that is good. Don't take one that has the picture of this guy or whatever. Those are trophy breaking sticks. You take a working, real breaking stick when you go outside, because you want to, you know, you want to be responsible. Does that mean that everybody's responsible? No, it doesn't mean that. You know, you're walking with your dog, and then you have some 150-pound Rottweiler, you have a 145-pound dog from Chico, and this Rottweiler comes around trying to be mean to your dog, you know, a 2 or 3 year son of also Mayday or global champion, the Bagman. You don't have a breaking stick, that 45-pound dog is going to kill that 150-pound mutt. You will kill him, trap pieces out of it. You know, the Rowdy never got beat like that in his life. And my dog will be like, hey, bite me some more. Okay, so just so you get an idea. So proper use, have a breaking stick, know how to use the breaking stick, okay? And always apply one of the principles of success of every entrepreneur, every businessman, every successful person in life. What I call it, I didn't invent this. This has come from one man to the next man. I learned this from my ex-boss. And it's called the 5 P's of success. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. 5 P's of success. So when you're getting all this stuff together, you need to make sure that you are protected. I'm going to show you here a collar. And now this is not a chain collar. This is a beautiful collar. It's very strong. This is my own personal design. We took the original Mayday collar, which I also make it just so you want to. It's not as wide as this. But because of my dogs, they have such a high prey drive, and they put so much pressure to the neck, I designed these to my own measurements. It's good for a 45-pound dog, and it's good for a 55-pound dog. For prices, the number is 281-226-0370. They're not cheap. You cannot buy these at a pet store, you know, and the way this is put together is the highest quality leather, highest quality everything, okay? And is, when you get something from me, you're getting something from a legend. So that's a big difference. You know, the day I die, these clothes are going to be worth a little bit in the sentimental side. Now we'll show you this historical leash. You never get to get this leash because it's my own personal leash. It was taken right from the statue of Mayday right now. But this is, it was made by me, and it's a very, very powerful, very strong. My dogs were never able to break it, you know. I use it on all the dogs. I conditioned my legends with this, and you know, this one broke at one point, so I attached another one to it. But great things, folks. Common sense, proper preparation, prevent poor performance. Be great at everything you do. And this is the video of today. Enjoy it. Share it with all your friends, and anything else. Subscribe. There's a little button that says subscribe at the bottom. Subscribe to it, and then there's a little bell. You touch the bell so you get a notification of all our videos. In this channel, you're going to get advice not from a dogger, not from a backyard breeder. I don't have 40 or 50 years raising dogs. I don't have multiple breeds and say, you know, I got all these dogs, and no. I only have one great dog. It's called the real American Pitbull Terrier. You know, I call it the real Pitbull because I need to attract the attention of the people that does not know the difference between a Pitbull and a real American Pitbull Terrier. Folks, my name is Chico Lopez. Check out my channel. Check out my page, 123pitbulls.com. Love the videos. Leave me a great comment in the bottom so I can give you a little heart and a little check, fingers up, thumbs up. And that's it. A lot of love for you guys. If you put some hate, then I'm going to delete you and you'll never be able to see my channel again. So God bless you. God bless America. And God bless the real American Pitbull Terrier. Bye-bye.